Hey, how we doing? It's JJ. Let me just come a bit closer. Now, it's winter. You're out for a walk. You come up to your little camp and that, and obviously in winter the ground's really wet. It can be pretty cold sitting down on the ground, and as much as I love the Falraven stubborn pack, sometimes, you know, you sit quite upright, you have to really sort of reach to bend down to pick up stuff, or like tend the firebox stove when I have that going. And whilst you can really sort of like position it against the back of a tree, it's not the most comfortable for long-term use. And you know, that's great. I do love the pack, but also little sit pads like this, which I tend to use mainly to stop my knee getting cold when I'm doing wood prep and that on the floor. They're okay, they are slightly insulated, but you know what, a real simple bushcraft basic to make is a hammock chair. Now in here is a Paracord Hammock, costs about £10. You can find them in most places. I got this in Go Outdoors about 3-4 years ago, and whilst it's not the most comfortable to actually use as a hammock, it does make a really good hammock chair, and whether that's a tripod or a bipod. And I think what I'm actually going to make today is a bipod hammock chair. The reason being, we're in winter, it's really clear and it's open, and I'm up at my old camp permission, and I used to have a proper tripod chair here using this, and my dad and the others love to sit in that. But what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to be utilising it against the tree, so that way I'm kind of camouflaged against the tree, and it's quite manoeuvrable. You can move it around different positions, because where we are in here, there's a really big hollow just over there that's got an amazing badger set in there, and a deer come through here, and I've got quite an open expanse to sort of look at. So it's just a really good comfortable thing to do when you come up. You've already got your setup. All I've got is a shortened piece of hazel and then 2 8-foot sections, and all you're really going to need is those bits of wood. You're going to need an axe for a bit of trimming down, and you're going to need your saw. Now I've obviously already used my saw to actually cut these down. This was from a fallen down hazel tree, and I've just utilised it by taking some of the good limbs, and I'll make the bushcraft chair. So this is what I'm going to be doing over the course of winter into spring, some real sort of bushcraft basics, and I hope you enjoy. So I'm just going to pop you up and pause. I'm going to get myself set up, and we'll get cracking on. Hang on. So this is going to be the centre spar bit, and it doesn't matter if it's not completely straight, because you're not actually going to be sitting on this. This is just the support to hold the 2 side legs up. And what I've just found is a piece of wood. This used to be up at around my camp. I used to kind of use it as a bit of a dinner plate, and placed it onto the ground, and we just want to trim the ends up, and this is just going to save the axe going into the ground. Just to tidy it up, so there's no real snaggly bits on the end. Keeping the axe away from me. Small little strokes with the axe, small little hits, just angling it slightly. Don't need to go too mad, you're literally just taking shavings off. And that's all I really need to do on that one. And then what I will need to do on this is, this has got a load of sprouty bits which you can see there. So again, I'm just going to stand up, angle it away from me, and just trim those away. You could leave them on there. I just want it to be nice and tidy, keeping your body well away from them. Just take that bit off. That's okay. And that one is as well. You have to remember, as soon as you finish with your axe, pop your mask back on so it's nice and safe, and then we take it away, put it to one side. Right, pop you up and pause again with lots of little stop starty bits on this, just to sort of, so I can get pics and that as well, and then we get on with the actual rigging up of the construction. Okay, so we've got the two poles, and quite handily, you can see this here, one's got a bit where a side branch used to come off with, and I've trimmed that off. I'm going to angle that way so that the other one sits on top of it, and we're just going to get the approximate distance between the two legs, and we're just going to prop that there. Angle that a bit more, and then with my paracord, I'll just put a very, very simple loop on the end. I'm just going to pop that around a slightly smaller one in diameter, which is the one underneath, and then we're just going to make a very simple, to begin with, lash around, and then we'll take it across itself, and then I'm pulling a loop underneath, and then I pass the rest of the paracord through, and then we tighten it down, and then we draw it back on itself. And I'm just going to take it around, underneath, back underneath, and around, underneath, through the two, make another loop, draw that back on itself again, and then we just get that tight. And that's the first bit. And again, I'm just going to double back on the loop, pull the paracord through, and this is going to wind back quite a bit just to get the tension. Perfect. And then I'm just going to carry on going across in a configuration. The beauty is, once I open this up, it'll actually tighten on itself. You don't have to go too mad on it, because it will self-tighten. Really, really simple. Right, I'm just going to finish the rest of this. We'll come back in, especially as an airplane's just about to go over the top. So now you actually can see that I've got it set up against a tree, and I've got the centre pole, and I want it to be about 15 inches or so above the ground. I've just got my stub and pack on the other side so that I can hold that up while I'm just lashing this side. So we're just going to do exactly the same again, real basic loop. Doesn't have to be that fancy, all that complicated. And we're just going to loop that through. Just sticking over the end so we can cross over, up over, cross over, under and across. Get that tension. It's just be really handy just for spotting wildlife and just chilling out. And continue to lash that, and then we'll just feed it back through on itself. And then I'll just do the same on the other side. You don't need to watch that bit. Right, there you go. It's a finished construction. Very, very simple A-frame bipod leant against the back of the tree. That's the support. Light's fading, so we're going to finish this off. Next time I come up here, I will just pop some more paracord along both ends of these just to make it properly secure, but it's going to hold for now. So gone outdoors, compact hammock. It's a paracord hammock, and as I say, it's not really that comfortable for hammocking in, but it works perfect. There you go, look, paracord hammock. Now obviously what I could do, if I had the time and the light, I could take some paracord off of here and reattach it, but we don't need to do that. So all I'm going to do is bring this down, and then I'm just going to drop that down to a height where I can work on it. I'm going to take the top right up, cross it over the two beams. Just going to make sure that hangs down just a little bit. It's important to get this bit right. And then we'll just cross over and over. It really is a very simple setup. And then we're just going to get that round the neck so it doesn't drag in the ground. Place that back up. And then literally feed this underneath. And what we want to do is just get it so it starts to unravel on itself. Don't mind if this bit goes on the floor while I'm doing that. I can pick out any twigs. There we go. And then just spread it out. And then what I tend to do is take some of the ends, pop it under each end so it keeps a bit of spread. And then all I need to do, tie it off through that top D-ring. And this is my way of doing it. There's loads of different ways. Loads of different ways. More fingers and thumbs. Just get the tension up on that. And then we're just going to tie this off and around. Once more. And there you go. Happy days. And this is just perfect just for sitting here. Put your head back, drift asleep, and just watch out for the wildlife. There you go. A really, really simple setup. As I say, I will attach some more paracord to that, but there you go. It's all good. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch up again soon. Bye.